erase board. If you don't have one, just let them sit in the center. All you're going to do is once I tell you to pick them up, then I want you to pick them up. All right? Leave them in the center. All right? So let's look. We were thinking about verbs. We're thinking about verbs. I need everybody to clap one time, please. Twice. Once. All eyes should be on me. When we think about verbs, guys, we know that verbs are words that show action. They show action. When we talk about something that shows action, it just means someone is doing something. Like Houston, for example, talking. That will be an example of an action word because it shows his physical body doing some type of movement, performing some type of action. Adeline gave us an example of running. Give me a thumbs up. Is that an action word? Thumbs down if you think it's not. Very good. That is an action word. What if I say table? Give me a thumbs up if you think that is an action word. Give me a thumbs down if you think that's not an action word. Very good. Table is not an action word. Who can tell me what table is? Table could be a pronoun. Not a pronoun, but a thing or a noun. That is a noun. A noun is anything that you can touch. That's one easy way to remember. All right. So when we think about action words, we're thinking about the naming part. We have two parts of a sentence. You're fine. You're fine. We have the naming part of a sentence, and we also have a telling part of a sentence. All right. The naming part of the sentence tells us what, guys? Focus this way. The naming part of the sentence tells us who.
Germany got balloons.
Put those away. Put those away.
You want me to step out?
No, you're fine. Well, you may need to be assisting Ms. Matt because I think they were doing some setting up or something.
Okay.
But you're fine.
That's her stuff.
Okay, for the treasure.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
I appreciate your help.
Okay.
Because I don't think I only have like one parent, maybe two parents assisting us today.
Oh,
All right, thank you. All right, about one time, twice. Once, twice. All eyes should be on me. The naming part of a sentence answers the question of who. It tells who. So, for example, if I say Tristan walked in the classroom. Tristan walked in the classroom. What would be the naming part of that sentence?
She.
It would not she, but we would say what? Tristan. We would say Tristan because that answers the question of who. Who in the sentence. Who or what? Either one of those questions. We also learned about the action part of a sentence. Now I'm looking at some little people that are not focusing on me. We also learned about the action parts of a sentence. The action part of a sentence is made up of the words that tells what a person or thing does. So using the example that I just used, Tristan walked into the room, Germany. Tristan walked into the room. We know that Tristan will be the naming part of the sentence. What word in that sentence will be the action part? What word will be the action that will tell us what she does, Miss Williams?
She.
Not she. Tristan walked into the room. What will be the verb or the action? It will be walked because that shows Tristan what? She's doing something. She's doing something. Good morning. Good morning. That shows Tristan doing something. That shows some type of action. Some type of action. Let's look at some examples, guys. Let's read this sentence as a class. Let's read this as a class. Sam naps on Mom's lap. Let's look at that sentence. What does Sam do?
No.
He naps on Mom's lap. So naps will be the what in that sentence? Not the pronoun. It will be the action verb. It will be the action verb in that sentence. Sam naps on Mom's lap. What does Sam do? He naps on Mom's lap. Seeing some jitterbugs. Let's calm it down. Naps on Mom's lap is the action part of the sentence. All right. Now, what I want you guys to do, I'm going to give you maybe 2 markers per group because a lot of them have run out. What you're going to do, you're going to share with the person next to you. Okay. Just share them with the person next to you. Once you figure your answer, once you get the correct answer, I want you guys to share. Take one dry erase board. Take one dry erase board. Once you get the dry erase board, clap one time, twice, once, twice. Let's look at this sentence, guys. I want you to help me identify the action word in that sentence. I want you to help me identify the action word. Let's read sentence number 2.
The pig sit in mud.
Pigs sit in mud. I want you to look at that sentence, and I want you to tell me what word in that sentence shows action. Don't write it. We're just discussing it at this point, Germany. We're just discussing it at this point. The pigs sit in mud. What would be the action word in this sentence?
Sit.
What would it be? Sit. Because you have to ask yourself, what do the pigs do? You're asking yourself, what do the pigs do? And they do what? Sit in the mud. They sit in the mud. Sit in the mud is the action part of the sentence because it tells us what that person or thing does. It tells us what they do. This one I want you guys to take your dry erase boards. All you're going to do is you're going to write your answer and you're going to pass it to the person next to you. Write your answer and cover it up because I don't want you guys sharing until I say share. Alright? Let's read that together. Ox. Let's wait on the talkers. Let's wait on the talkers to get done. Alright, now let's read that together. Ox. Ox packs the sack. Ox packs the sack. Take 5 seconds. Write down what you think the action word in that sentence is. Write down what you think the action word is. Once you write it down, pass the marker to that person next to you. Shh, don't discuss it. Write down what do you think the action word in that sentence is. Shh. Write down what you think the action word to that sentence is. Once you get your answer, make sure you cover that up. Write down your action word and pass it to Houston. I see the correct answer on 2 people. Don't show me yet. I see 3. The action word. The question you ask yourself is, what is that person or thing doing? Ox packs the sack. Ox packs the sack. Ox packs the sack. What is that person or thing doing? Once you get it, give me a thumbs up. Very good, Germany. Very good, Adeline. I see 5, 6, 7.
Yeah.
Hey, all right, go ahead and show me what you got, guys. All right, what is the action word in that sentence? Packs. Packs will be the action word. What does ox do? He what? Packs the sack. So what is the action word in that sentence? Packs. Packs will be the action word. Packs the sack is the action part of a sentence. Clap one time because it shows us what the ox does. All right, now for something new. A verb is a word that shows. A word that shows. A word that shows. Very good. It shows someone doing something. So, an action word or verb is something you can do.